We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. There is exactly 1 week left in the 2023 legislative session in Annapolis. We'll introduce you to the mother of a Baltimore City murder victim and share how she's calling on lawmakers to pass new laws to curb crime. As new test scores reveal a shocking number of students are failing, there's a new push to provide them with the resources they need to succeed. The rally calling for change coming up. And a big week ahead, Donald Trump is set to become the first president to ever be charged with a crime. How he is already setting up his legal fight both inside and outside the courtroom. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. We begin with breaking news out of Baltimore County. Firefighters find one person critically injured inside a burning shed. They were called just before 7 this morning to a home along Richmond Avenue. They say they found one person inside that burning shed behind a home. Right now, investigators with the county's arson team have been called in. We are still working to learn more. We'll bring you the latest as we get it. Turning now to a city in crisis. The new month is starting with half a dozen people shot on Saturday, 3 of them killed. And once again, young people are becoming victims. An 18-year-old was shot last night in North Baltimore. Just hours before that, there was a double shooting in Northeast Baltimore. The mayor addressing the violence, calling the shooters cowards.
We have to resolve our basic human conflict in a different way, not being a coward, pulling out a gun because we don't know how to resolve conflict.
As crime continues, time is running out for lawmakers in Annapolis to pass new legislation addressing the crime. In exactly 1 week, the 2023 Maryland legislative session comes to an end. Now, while debate on crime bills continues, after much debate, lawmakers have finally come to a resolution on the future of the Boost program. The resolution comes after Governor Wes Moore was proposing a 20% cut in the program's funding. Olivia Dance joins us with the details of the agreement and the next steps. Olivia.
Lawmakers will make a final vote on the deal today, but it's definitely a victory for Maryland families who need help sending their children to private schools. And Delegate Kathy Shalega of Baltimore County weighs in.
The most scholarships are in Baltimore County, followed by Baltimore City. This Boost program is huge. It helps kids in failing schools find a way out.
The most recent data shows $3 million of Boost scholarships have been awarded to families in Baltimore City. The program provides children from low-income families the opportunity to attend private or parochial schools. Lawmakers reached a $9 million compromise, which will go towards scholarships for the Boost program, despite Governor Wes Moore's request for cuts and eventual plans to eliminate the aid altogether. An additional $2.5 million will go towards school nurses, security, and other health services for schools with the Boost program. And the new resolution also got rid of the language of phasing out the program. Now, the governor has said public dollars shouldn't go towards private schools, but critics argue that public funds go to private endeavors all the time. It's also important to note that the governor attended private school himself. For now, reporting in Annapolis, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
A live look now out of New York, where tomorrow Donald Trump is expected to turn himself in and become the first former or current president to be charged with a crime. He is facing more than 30 counts related to business fraud, all tied to hush money payments to a former porn star. While the official charges are not yet known, Trump's legal team is setting up for a legal fight.
We'll look at every potential issue that we will be able to challenge, and we will challenge it.
Trump has been active on his social media, calling the Manhattan DA, Alvin Bragg, politically motivated and claiming that the judge overseeing his case, quote, hates him. Bragg's predecessor says that these statements could strengthen the case against him.
I would be mindful of not committing some other criminal offense like obstruction of governmental administration, which is interfering with or by threat or otherwise the operation of government.
Stay with Fox 45 News for the very latest. And remember, you can download the free Fox 45 News app and turn on push notifications to get all breaking news developments sent right to your newsroom, from our newsroom to your phone. 11:04 now. Here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, Maryland is joining a growing lawsuit to try to stop a proposed JetBlue Spirit Airlines merger. Maryland, along with California, New Jersey, and North Carolina, is joining the Justice Department's effort to intervene. Last month, Attorney General Merrick Garland filed a civil antitrust lawsuit saying the merger would lead to higher fares, fewer seats, and harm customers. JetBlue wants to buy the ultra-low-cost Spirit Airlines for $3.8 billion. Trending number two, a 16-year-old is under arrest accused of shooting 3 people in Annapolis. It happened Saturday afternoon on Mel Ropp Court. Police say 2 17-year-olds and a 20-year-old were shot. The 16-year-old suspect, who is not being identified due to his age, is now facing attempted first-degree murder charges. Trending number 3, there are new details about a fire at a former school in Frederick. It happened on East 2nd Street in what was previously Visitation Academy. Firefighters say heavy winds caused the gutters to blow away from the building and into power lines. No injuries were reported. Trending number 4, on Wednesday, we'll hear from Ravens GM Eric DeCosta for their pre-draft presser. And, of course, Lamar Jackson will be a big topic yet again. It has been 1 week since the MVP quarterback said he wants out of Baltimore. That bombshell was dropped on Twitter by Jackson last Monday, just as Coach John Harbaugh pulled up a chair to meet with reporters in Arizona at the annual league meeting. You can download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Search WBFF in your app store. Ordering coffee, that seems simple enough, right? But is it? Still ahead, how one barista says we've been doing it wrong all this time. And Twitter is starting to take away those blue check marks from the users who haven't signed up for Twitter Blue. How some celebs and high-profile accounts are reacting. But first, a new development in the Murdaugh murder case. How information in that trial is raising new questions about the 2015 death of a South Carolina teen.
Breezy and mild conditions for us for the afternoon. Numbers are going to be back in the above average category, not only today, but especially later this week as warmer conditions are on the way. Now, overall, our highs should get close to about 70. We're only going to drop to the 50s overnight, so not having to deal with those frost advisories that we started today with, and then back to the mid to upper 70s on Tuesday. We'll continue to track those warmer numbers and that next chance for rain in our area. That's coming up in our full forecast in just a few.
Fox 45 News, winner of 17 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
It is 11:09 and we're taking a look at your social stream. CNN reports a teen's body has been exhumed after information revealed from the murder cases of Paul and Maggie Murdaugh. Now, the attorney for Stephen Smith family says an independent autopsy was done. This comes after the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division said last month that it would investigate Smith's death as a homicide. That is based on information from the 2021 investigation into Paul and Maggie Murdaugh's death. Smith's body was found in 2015 in the middle of the road. CNN reports that the Murdaugh name, specifically the son you see there, was mentioned dozens of times during the investigation into Smith's death. A lot of people talking about it. One person saying this should have been fully investigated when he died. Lots of cover-ups back then. This young man deserves the truth behind his death. And then another person saying first SLED tries to cover it up as a hit and run, and now they themselves are investigating it. Should we just hope this time that they aren't corrupt? I would also hope that they have a good look at the persons who were trying to cover this up. So this story just doesn't seem to go away. Jury selection begins today in the trial of the so-called doomsday cult mom. Lori Vallow Daybell is charged with killing her two children, 7-year-old Joshua Vallow and 16-year-old Tylee Ryan. Daybell is accused of working with her husband, Chad Daybell, to conceal the children's 2019 murders. He is set to stand trial later this year. Both face murder, conspiracy, and grand theft charges. Once again, people talking about it. One person saying, too bad there will be no cameras and no audio recording in the courtroom. Another one saying this is going to be one of the most heartbreaking cases. Very interested to hear details. Twitter is in the process of phasing out its verified check marks for users who received them before Elon Musk's takeover. Those who want to keep the checks, they're going to now have to pay $8 a month for Twitter Blue. But already, several prominent figures and institutions say they won't pay. And that now includes the White House. Here's what you're saying about it. One person, in an attempt to recoup a bad investment of $44 billion, Elon Musk holds the once free check hostage. And another person with a good point, it's not about the money, it is the principle. Blue checks had meaning before, and now you can just buy it, which is the argument of a lot of people who are saying it doesn't mean anything anymore, and they don't want to pay for it. Well, still ahead, Facebook is rolling out new tech, how the company says robots can learn from humans and AI.
The mom of a murdered Baltimore school student speaking out 1 month after her son's death. Just ahead, the action that she is now demanding from city schools and state lawmakers.
And coming up later today at noon, it's Karamo. Then at 1, it's Sherried, followed by Hot Bench at 2. 11:12 now on Fox 45 News Midday. (11:14), we're back with a live look outside. A dry start to a work week, but meteorologist Justin Chambers is tracking the next weather maker, when that rain will arrive and whether it's going to have an impact for opening day for the Orioles. There is exactly 1 week left in the 2023 General Assembly session, which means that lawmakers are running out of time to pass bills addressing the city's crime crisis. To help push lawmakers to do something, one mom is calling for radical change. As Shannon Lilly shows us, the mom knows firsthand the impact of the city's violence on families. She lost her 16-year-old son to gun violence just 1 month ago.
The way that he looks on this picture and the way that he's like towering over me, that's who he was. He wanted to be like helpful and wanted to be like given.
Fleeting moments captured in happy images.
This is Michaela and Amari and Isaiah, my 3.
It's all this grieving mother can cling to remember her son.
The hardest part is knowing that like he has to be a memory. I was talking to him last month. He has to be a memory.
In just the first 3 months of the year, 7 Baltimore City School students are killed. 16-year-old Isaiah Carter, becoming the 6th in early March, shot just steps from his high school during school hours. His mom, Michelle Hines, tells me she spoke with the school, worried for his safety weeks before. Then came that Monday afternoon, her worst fears confirmed.
It's unreal. Unreal.
Hopes, dreams, plans for a future.
And it's like, that's not us. Like, I don't get that option.
Gone
I'm sorry.
in an instant. Now she's using this pain.
I had a son, and he is gone.
To demand action.
This cannot be the norm.
A reform of safety and education inside city schools.
Here in Baltimore, they don't do anything. Children get murdered during school hours. Children leave school during school hours. No one's preemptive. They're reactive.
It's an issue she also wants lawmakers to address. Getting guns off the streets and toughening the penalties on those who use them illegally.
Not necessarily hardcore jail time, but something that was in place to let these criminals know, whether you're 15, 16, 21, 23, they're going to be like, you're going to get this charge, but you're also going to have consequences that follow you.
Meanwhile, in Annapolis, with just days left in the session, City State's Attorney Ivan Bates's bill cracking down on illegal gun possession, not getting much traction over concerns of mass incarceration.
A lot of us have that initial allergy to this type of proposal.
I've gone to too many funerals.
A grave trend that's now become Hines's reality.
I'm so on fire right now.
And the very reason
this was my child.
She's fighting this battle, her son can't.
My son was the statistic this time. I'm not going to be okay with this. Like, I'm not letting people forget his name.
Well, Hines tells me she wants to see more outreach for underprivileged communities, and essentially she wants to see less talk, more action from lawmakers. Meanwhile, there are other crime-fighting bills that are also in limbo this morning, including a bill that attempts to make stealing a handgun a felony and increasing penalties for repeat violent offenders. Meanwhile, lawmakers have discussed Senate Bill 1, which would limit where legal gun owners can bring their firearms. That bill right now is in its second reading in the House. Reporting from Patterson High School, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News.
Coming up later today at 4 on Fox 45, Mayor Scott said it was one of the most shocking crime scenes he's witnessed. We are digging into what exactly happened in this weekend's deadly quadruple shooting. Then at 5, slow movement on the crime fight is frustrating many. We're going to take a look at what is holding up progress in Annapolis on key policies aimed at stopping the violence. Donald Trump is set to arrive in New York this evening. We are tracking the latest on the former president's historic indictment. That's new at 6. 11:18, and here's a look at today's talking point. Facebook's parent company is looking to take artificial intelligence and robots into a new era. Meta says it is developing robots with advanced skills that can learn from humans through videos. Some tasks include cooking, cleaning, sports, crafts. After this, then the robot's capable of moving around and rearranging objects from one location to another. That little robot looks a little freaky. Mark Clark with Me More Lifestyle is here now. I mean, I know there's benefit to having these types of things be able to do more advanced things, but where's the line, and what exactly do we ultimately want them to do would be my question.
Yeah, I mean, I think, Patrice, I'm with you. Maybe it's because, I don't know. Why the push, though? All of a sudden, I see AI, the robots, da-da-da. What's this push? Why such the big push? Do we really need it right now? Do we need to replace jobs? I don't know. That's the big question mark. Why so important?
I don't know why it's so important, but I do think that is going to be the norm. I mean, you know, back in the day, we talked about robots taking over jobs, and we saw things. Things became automated, and that was the case. So now that we're trying to teach these robots to be as human as possible, so will we go into restaurants and they will be the servers now? And will that be our new, those kinds of jobs? Will that be our new thing? And then where's the interaction, human to human, person to person? Like, I feel like we're going in a place we don't necessarily want to go.
Maybe we need to spend this money on teaching the kids. Maybe that. How
All
about
right.
that?
We're going to end on that note. I don't disagree. All right, Mark. Well, we have a dry start to the work week, much better than the storms those in Texas are seeing. As meteorologist Justin Chambers shows us, the folks there are dealing with hail.
Well, we saw some hail around here, but this is in Texas, this video of looking like pea-sized hail that is moving through areas there, and that lingering severe weather was pushing through. There it is. I mean, all of those little white pellets out there with that hail that was falling. Now, what we're talking about here at home is a nice afternoon. A little bit breezy later today, but those numbers continue to climb. We're talking mid to upper 60s in the next few hours, and even on our way to some lower 70s throughout the later part of the day. You can see those average numbers there, lower 60s. Going to be above that number. And we're going to keep the above average trend going. In fact, a lot of us should top out right about 70 for our high, especially with that southerly wind. So it will be a bit breezy this afternoon. Sun will be up until 7:32 this evening. Check out our high temps across central Maryland, mid 60s for the eastern shore. Most of us in the upper 60s and even some lower 70s here and there. Baltimore down through Laurel and even D.C. 65 in Annapolis. Lower 70s continue out through western Maryland to western Maryland, and even some mid 50s, a little cooler down the ocean there. Good day to fly today, pilots. We're talking about visual flight rules all day, a bit breezy at times, so just be aware of that. And should be a great afternoon to throw some stuff on the grill. Your grill cast looking good. Upper 60s here through the 5 o'clock hour, even mid 60s in that 7 o'clock hour when that sun's about to go to bed. Now, if you want to get some yard work done and maybe get some early kind of preparing of the garden, you can do that. Your yard and garden cast, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 greens across the board as we stay warm and mainly dry. Now, checking our future scan, staying dry today, basically through Wednesday. We'll get a little bit more cloud cover. Wednesday afternoon may get a stray shower or two, but overall, we're staying mainly dry. We're tracking that next weather maker. That's going to be a cold front coming in Thursday morning. By Thursday afternoon, it is going to bring some showers and the potential for a couple of pop-up thunderstorms. And unfortunately, that's right as we get into opening day there at Camden Yards. So checking your 10-day forecast, 70s through Thursday. Numbers drop back to the 60s for the weekend, and we stay in the 60s through the middle part of next week.
All right, Justin, thank you. Still ahead, Google, once known for its awesome employee perks, is taking them away. The freebies that are being cut as the company is looking to cut costs. And we have got a recall alert to tell you about. A popular kid swing is being recalled, where they were sold, and what parents need to know. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25. Don't miss this. We are back with a recall alert. Kids swings that were sold at Walmart are being recalled after multiple reports of the safety harnesses snapping. The recalled swings came in two designs, a Mickey Mouse and a Paw Patrol design. The company that makes the swings says it has gotten 7 reports of the shoulder straps breaking. So if you have this swing, you should stop using it and contact the company for a repair kit. Google is eliminating some employee benefits as it is trying to cut costs. Perks like free employee snacks, cafeterias, and personal computers will all be affected. More recently, Google laid off about 12,000 workers worldwide. The company says the cost-saving changes are necessary in order to make room for development in other areas, such as artificial intelligence. Time now for your lunch break. You will still be able to order a side salad at Chick-fil-A. The company says it is reversing its decision to pull the item from menus. Last month, the company said it would stop selling the salad effective today. But after outrage from fans online, the fast food chain announced over the weekend that the side salad won't be going anywhere, saying they've heard from customers and they will continue offering those small salads on their menus nationwide. That is good news. I'm happy to hear that. Well, that's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
Thanks, Patrice. Still ahead, a woman figures out a way to take her 52-pound dog on the New York subway despite dogs not being allowed to walk on the train. The loophole that she figured out. People are excited about it. We'll talk about it coming up on Be More Lifestyle.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? It's Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio B at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with poet Patrick Washington. Good morning, everybody.
What's up?
Good to see you.
Happy
Let me tell you
Monday.
right now, guys, exciting times. A Starbucks barista, or barista, I can never say that right. Her plea on social media has us asking, have we been ordering coffee the wrong way this whole time? The barrister says she's not sure people know what black coffee is. She says she's sick of people ordering black coffee only to follow up by asking for cream or sugar in it because that's not a black coffee. In the video, she goes on to explain a black coffee is just that, black coffee with nothing in it. As the rapper said, black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Now, Patrick, do you agree with this, or are you on the fence on this?
Well, look, I am a spoken word artist. I'm a poet, so I can always find other ways to describe a dark, rich, deep, inky.
Ooh,
wait a minute.
I can get in there.
Chills just now. Ooh.
Hold on, Patrick. My stomach feels funny.
That's not actually. You know what? I thought that's what black coffee was. It's still black, but you can put some stuff in it. Now, I didn't know they were this specific about it, to be honest. But I literally, doesn't matter. Just give me something strong so I can get through the day. It doesn't matter. Like, who doesn't like coffee with a little cream and sugar and a little diabetes in it? You want that in there. Give it a little taste.
Now,
right?
remember, that is her lifestyle. That's her. She's a barrister.
I'm
so.
just saying.
But how many barristers are we really listening to?
Right, we don't really listen to them.
Wow, Patrick, I'm not all barristers or whatever y'all call do. Don't be mad at me. We want you to tell it. Do you like black coffee? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 news app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody talking about, okay? A New York woman is going viral for beating the system. She's famous on TikTok for carrying her 52-pound dog in a backpack so she can take him on the subway. The MTA rule states animals can't be brought on the subway unless they're in an enclosed container. Well, she's not letting her dog, her size, get in the way. Before boarding, she scoops him up and puts him in the backpack, and off they go. I think his name is Loomis. So,
no, his name is Bruce. His name is Little Bruce.
What you think, Patrick? Do you think this is this fair, or she's getting over?
As long as she cleans up after it.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
That's all I care about.
Lady T, does he like putting a backpack on somebody's back on the subway? Is that a lot?
Listen, I grew up in New York. Does anybody tell anybody else about this rule? Because no one literally knows about it.
That's true.
I always see these huge dogs on the trains that are almost about to attack me, okay? And always want the food I'm eating while I'm on the train. So obviously, no one else knows about this rule because I see dogs on the trains all the time. I don't know.
Well, and also, you're not supposed to eat food on the train also, Lady T.
Oh,
so
wait a minute. Oh, so we going tit for tat now. Okay, now we about to fight.
You want to be specific. Okay, a famous TikToker catches her boyfriend cheating while the two of them are on vacation together. What? The couple, along with their friends, were on a cruise, and it's one of those cruises where you can watch the water from your room thanks to rooftop cameras. Well, that is how she caught her boyfriend getting cozy with a bikini-clad woman who wasn't her. She and friends were in their stateroom when the cameras catch him wrapping his arm around a mystery woman in a bikini, in a two-piece. Wait a minute. Patrick, your thoughts?
Come on.
Oh, wow.
You should be speechless, Patrick.
I'm speechless. I mean,
why were you up in there with another woman? Come on, Patrick, tell us.
It's not me.
Tell us.
Well, it's interesting. Lady T, hopefully she didn't have on that little, I love that, the color you have on today. I can see that in a nice two-piece bikini. That's nice.
Listen, let me tell you something. If you cheating, we gonna find you. I just need every man to, if you're cheating, we gonna find you. And if we don't find you, our best friend is gonna find you, okay? All right.
Wow.
We are always going to find y'all,
That's
okay?
Right.
We the GOATs. This is what it is what we do as women, obviously. Hello.
I will say, as someone who's been married for 2 decades, Lady T, you're absolutely right.
That's
Guys,
right. All we do.
You're going to get caught.
You're going to get caught always.
Are not going to get caught.
We're always going to find you. You can have 2 phones, whatever you want to do. We're going to search both
Lady
of them.
T, okay, fine. You're
we're going to
scaring
get the password. We're going to put the Face ID
away our
on your face,
viewers.
and we're going to make sure. Patrick, we got you.
The fingerprints and all that.
All right, we'll see you guys later in the show, okay, Patrick? Patrick's coming back with some two more poets. Okay, still ahead, we're talking the hottest beauty trends in Hollywood, how to get the glitz and the glam look without a Hollywood budget. Okay, but first, the new way to treat your back pain, the new tool that will help you relax, coming up on our Steals and Deals. Stick around.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Back pain can make it impossible to relax or get a good night's sleep. Nick Calderon is here to help you find relief at a special money savings price. Here's America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
Work, the gym, kids, pets, running around all day with errands. I don't know about you, but by the end of all that, the end of the day, my back hurts. I can feel it, and I know you can too. Let me show you a product that will ease your back pain, but still keep you on the go. This is the Calming Heat Back Wrap. It's wearable, super comfortable, and totally customizable. It has 9 different settings, all available right here on the remote control, including, get this, heat, level 1 right there, vibration, and my favorite, the lumbar support. Right now, this thing is inflating against my lower back, almost like a blood pressure cuff, and easing my low back pain. It works for me. I bet it will work for you. I've struggled with back pain for years, and airline seats send me into spasms almost every time I fly. But now, I don't worry about that because I wear this thing on the plane, and I arrive at my destination virtually pain-free. It works, and it can work for you too. Right now, we're offering an exclusive 35% off the Calming Heat Back Wrap. Seriously, take advantage of this offer right now. Head to asadeals.com. Your back will thank you.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Solta Medical.
From the Emmys to the Oscars to the Grammys, red carpets were packed this year with a show-stopping glitz and glamour. Millions of Americans gathered to take in the flawless fashion fits and speculate about how Hollywood's hottest keep their youthful, glowing skin. Dermatologist to the stars Dr. Ava Shamban and beauty guru and pop culture maven Kirby Johnson join us to spill the secrets of how celebrities prepare for their big Hollywood moment. So Kirby, what were the biggest trends seen on the red carpet this year, and how does pop culture influence beauty trends?
Okay, one word, skin. Skin, no matter how you look at it, was the focus of the red carpets this year, whether it was Rihanna showing off her baby bump on the Oscars red carpet or Lady Gaga performing at the Oscars sans makeup.
And Kirby, what's the hottest spring accessories and top beauty trends this year?
I'm going to take it back to skin. Skin and beauty is so much more accessible than a fashion accessory. And one of the trends we're seeing is skin minimalism. So we're going to see a lot of these makeup products that are coming out this year have hybrid qualities, meaning they're going to have skincare ingredients within them like vitamin C or peptides or things to help with lines and creases on the face that are incorporated into your makeup. So if you're wearing makeup and you want a double duty product, look for those products that have those ingredients in them.
All right, Dr. Shamban, what are celebrities' secrets for keeping their skin looking tight, smooth, and youthful? You're the skin expert.
I certainly am. And here's the great news is you don't have to be a celebrity to have a treatment like a celebrity. So model for 2023, tighten and brighten. So we start with a brightening component, clear and brilliant, a fractionated laser treatment that helps smooth the skin out, gives it a hydrated glazed donut appearance. No needles, no knives, a little bit of numbing cream, available for men and women, every different skin type and skin color. The second treatment, this is the tightening component, this is the thermage. You get an immediate tightening and a stimulation of the cells that make collagen. So over a 6 to 12 month period, you start to see a very tightening and uplifted look.
Perfect. And are we seeing more people, more regular people like us getting these treatments?
100%. Everybody wants these treatments because it changes the way you age. We all want to get old. We just don't want to look old. So it's so wonderful to be able to have these treatments. They are really accessible to everybody. And when you go on the websites, you can find a provider near you and also check with your doctor, of course, before you have these treatments. But yes, everybody's doing them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you kidding? You can't tell anybody's age anymore here in Los Angeles. It's ridiculous.
I love it. Again, one more time, give us that website.
Clearandbrilliant.com and thermage.com.
Ladies, thanks for joining us. Great information. We're going to look young. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Take care. Coming up, a long-running area hip-hop-based arts education program is breaking down barriers for the youth. We'll have 2 young poetry stars coming up. Also, summer will be here before you know it. We'll show you the fun new places to check out where you can meet new friends, enjoy new food while sipping on your favorite drink. Something I love to do. That's coming up.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
Our next guest is a Baltimore, Maryland Youth Poet Laureate, Anaya Taylor, and Washington, D.C. Youth Poet Laureate, Sophia Hall, along with Poetry Director for hip-hop nonprofit Words, Beats, and Life, Patrick Washington. Welcome, everybody. How we doing?
Great, great.
Hey.
Thanks for having us.
Amazing.
So look, Patrick, we have a tight timeline, so I want to hear the haikus from our young poet laureates. Can we hear that first?
Okay. Hey.
Let's do that first.
I'll turn them loose.
I have one. My haiku is DuPont Circle. Two girls ebb and flow on fountain's edge.
Nice, nice, nice.
Snaps for that one.
Snap, snap.
So then mine is, if you could only feel the things that don't fade, what would you be full of then?
Come on now. Come on, Patrick. So, Patrick, you know, it's all going down Wednesday. Tell us about the program. Tell us what's happening Wednesday, and tell us about these amazing stars we have.
Yeah, so Wednesday, April 5th at 6 p.m., we're going to be at the Busboys and Poets location on St. Paul Street. And we'll be featuring all of the area's youth poet laureates. Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Montgomery County, Arlington, Virginia. There'll be a couple of surprises as well. We have a talented MC by the name of Oslice who's going to be joining us. And, you know, we're just going to sit back and let the future speak for themselves.
And again, Patrick, you are a famous poet. Talk to us about what poetry is. I know, again, I'm sorry we have a tight timeline, but talk to us about that. Spoken word, poetry.
You know what? I would let Sophia say that. What is poetry to you?
Well, to me, Patrick, I think poetry is the most powerful agent of change because it transcends boundaries and it makes a personal connection between the reader and the listener. And the personal is powerful, the personal is political, so poetry is the most unique, powerful form of art and communication because it touches the heart and then most importantly, it changes people's minds.
Sounds like a poem right there.
Look at that. Anaya, as we wrap things up, give us your thoughts on poetry and then how we can follow you guys.
Yeah, I would say it's the same thing. It's such a amazing thing where you can take art and activism and combine them. I think it's the liaison for art and activism. I think it's the liaison for artists in the community coming together. And I also just think it's a thing that's healing and saves lives. I don't know how many times that someone has told me that, like, my poetry has healed them in some way. And so it's rewarding for both the audience and the poet. And so I think it's just a beautiful thing. And you can follow us at Words Beats and Life on Instagram. You can follow Baltimore at Do More Poetry on Instagram. That's DEWMORE Poetry. And yeah, you can find out all the things. It's National Poetry Month, April. So
Happy National Poetry Month.
There are so many things that are going to be happening this month, and I'm super, super excited to be doing them.
So, Patrick, us graybeards can rest at night, but the future is in capable hands. Thank you, ladies, for joining us.
Thank you.
Patrick, thank you so much. A beautiful start to your work week. Here's meteorologist Justin Chambers with your best weather in America, the sunrise of South Kakalaki.
Really pretty picture of the sunrise here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This is over the Goddess of the Sea, where you can see that sun coming right through that statue there. I've never been there. I've been to Myrtle Beach there before, but never to that actual spot. So we always love getting those pictures as well, especially with conditions that are nice. And it is going to be a pretty nice day to be outside. A bit breezy at times, so watch for that wind kicking up later this afternoon. But the wind bringing in the milder air. That southerly wind is what we're talking about. Temperatures in that back into the above average category. And then we definitely have a warmer week ahead as well. So check in your numbers next few hours in your hour-by-hour forecast. Mid to upper 60s, even some lower 70s into that 2 and 3 o'clock hour for the afternoon. A lot of us here across Carroll and Baltimore counties going to see those well above average numbers. 68 Eldersburg, 67 Reisterstown and Cockeysville over to Hunt Valley, even mid-60s for Perry Hall and White Marsh. Hartford and Cecil counties just a little bit cooler, but overall not too bad. The northern sections of the Chesapeake, we're talking about low to mid-60s here over to Northeast and rising sun at 62 for the afternoon. Good afternoon to throw some meat and veggies on the grill. We're talking about your grill cast in the upper 60s. Great afternoon or evening to hang out on the porch with your family and friends, although it will be just a bit breezy at times. Now, here's a look at our future scan. We stayed dry today. Overall, some high clouds kind of hanging around, especially for Tuesday afternoon, but that's not going to do much in terms of mess with our precipitation chances because we're going to stay dry even through most of Wednesday, looking dry as well. We do have a cold front coming through. That's the next weather weather maker, it starts moving in by Thursday morning, and by Thursday afternoon, most of the models are developing more of those showers right behind that front. That is going to take us right through the middle part of opening day. So hopefully they can get the game in. We know it's going to be nice temperature-wise to hang out downtown before opening day at 3:05 at Camden Yards, but again, tracking some of those showers that could be rolling through for the evening time. We keep the mid to upper 70s all the way through Thursday, lower 60s as we head into Easter weekend, so cooler, but we do stay dry through Easter Sunday and then keeping those 60s around into the middle of next week.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by La Boca Tequila.
With the Avenue Kitchen and Bar with Chef Adiel Vera. And so, Chef, welcome. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good to see you. So, man, what is the secret to your success here at the Avenue?
Well, you know, we're very fortunate enough to have a lot of a variety of clientele come in for us. You know, our secret to Avenue Kitchen and Bar is basically making very simple home-style cooking. We try to like venture into different regions and different countries, but we also want to keep it very American, traditional. We want to keep it very Baltimore, and with a little bit of a Spanish flair, Mediterranean flares with it too.
I mean, I can't wait to see it. Do you have some dishes you want to show us?
Yes, we actually, because we're promoting our lovely tequila here. We actually have some something to accompany with it. We have some really nice brisket tacos that we make here with our crispy corn tortillas that we actually get the brisket. We cook it here for 7 hours. We have a smoker here in the back, and then all the drippings, it accumulates a nice grease from the brisket, and we actually use that as our oil to crisp up the tortillas. We also top it up with our house-made pico de gallo and a little bit of habanero salsa with some limes on there. Really nice.
Man, the way you describe it makes it sound so delicious.
You know, we try to work our best here with simple flavors, but also, you know, bold impacts at the same time.
I love it. What else do you have?
We also accompany with our nice edamame guacamole. It's a really nice guacamole. The difference with this is actually avocado and edamame are two superfoods, and we like to combine them together to give whoever likes to do a yoga or you know, likes to work out a lot and very health conscious. This actually is like a little like cheat treat, which is going to give you a lot of like, you know, energy for the day with the edamame and the avocado together built in, and it's all made fresh here in house with a little bit of fresh squeezed lime juice.
Man, that sounds amazing.
Thank you. Yes.
So, Chef, thanks so much for this great information, man.
Thank you so much for having us, and we look forward to seeing you here at our establishment soon.
Oh, you know, I'll be here.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Still ahead ordering coffee. It seems simple enough, but have we been doing it all wrong? One barista is upset about it. We'll tell you about it coming up. A Starbucks barista's plea on social media has us asking, have we been ordering coffee wrong this whole time? The barista says she's not sure people know what black coffee is. She says she's sick of people ordering black coffee only to follow up by asking for cream or sugar in it because that's not a black coffee. In the video, she goes on to explain a black coffee is just that, black coffee with nothing in it, okay? And we wanted you to tell it, do you like black coffee? The majority of you say, cream and sugar, please. Great show lined up for tomorrow. The pandemic led to a rise in online communication from Zoom calls to FaceTime, and it turned out that impacted how we see ourselves. The impact it's having on plastic surgery requests coming up tomorrow on Be More Lifestyle.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
All right. Well, we want to appreciate you and thank you for joining us as always. Thank you for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Instagram. Follow me on The Mark Clark Show on Instagram. We have some surprises coming up this week for you, okay? And hey, have a great one, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you.